How fantastic is this? Here we are just a few days into April and everything is starting to bloom. It's coming up in the back garden today. Let me show you. I have one kind of interesting pot. It's not the prettiest pot, but it'll show you what we have coming up. Some little crocuses. We've got buds on the tulips that are really going to start moving any minute now. There are some other little crocuses in there. I think this pot is going to have some parrot tulips in it in particular. These three pots I planted a little too early, but it's all right. We're going to see if some crocosmia, lucifer, and some elephant ears and gladiolas come up. It's going to be interesting to see. Let's head down to the back garden. So I did dig up a bit of what was going on in these two pots, and I found that a couple of crocus bulbs had gotten moldy in there. I had planted them out, kept them warm against the house, but then had brought them out a bit early and they got rained on and I think they just sat. So these may or may not come up with anything. There'll be alliums in the bottom if they do. Here are some tulips that a friend just gave me that had been forced, and I popped them here into the ground just to cure. And now we're heading here into the raised bed. You'll be able to see possibly a couple of little guys coming up here. They're looking cute. Got some tulips. They are just starting to become green. I love how hyacinths are poking their heads out. These are probably going to be blue ones. We're gonna just see what happens. The tulips in the back corner that were kind of a pinkish red color that I planted a few years ago, they are just continuing to pop out of the ground. They have obviously split. This would be year 3. Now we've got just the little crocuses that I had tucked into the base of this autumn blaze maple. Some additional crocuses coming up over here. You can see just the bits of yellow. And then now, as we do a little scroll, hopefully you can start to see more of the greenery coming out of the ground. This I had dug up 100% completely and put compost in here, tilled it in to the absolutely horrifyingly bad soil. We're going to have a little lilac bush coming up. This is hopefully going to be the crocuses daffodils coming up here, and a few yellow roses that we just see some foliage coming up. And then the sea of pink tulips, hopefully in the Kuchenhof style, and they will be coming up in waves. There is everything from apricona and apricot delight to a ton of pink impressions. Also some little tiny Lady Jane tulips are going to be coming up over here towards the front, and some yellow hyacinths as well. So we're going to see what happens. The white crabapple here is definitely budding out. I hope it puts on a show. I bought it last year. I do think we're going to see apple scab on it, so that's going to be a bit depressing. Last year I had some coleus just right around the base, and it was a monster. Like, the coleus plants really did well for me. Here we go. Here's some of the tulips coming in again, and some of last year's and the year before's tulips that you know, it is really interesting how you can just see from above how it used to be one tulip and now it's got babies happening. And back into the corner here, the tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths and some little crocus continue to come up. So we are going to have, I think, a beautiful show back here. Don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but it's sure going to be fun. Thanks for coming for the ride.